All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with our end of day watch list report. The markets have been bleh, not a lot going on, but I have a sneaking suspicion that things are about to pop off without warning. We may go into the end of the week quiet, but I have a feeling that if we stay like we're staying right now, that next week, when Sunday night comes and Monday, whatever next week, it's going to be something big, something really big. I just have a I just have a feeling. All right, I just have a feeling. We'll see. All right, so the first chart we have up here is theta. So theta now has given us a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, as it looks like the market is not able to overcome the current resistance levels. $3 is proven to be a bit much, I guess. So we'll have to see if we get any downside confirmation tonight into tomorrow's trading. But looks like the market is going to consolidate here. It's right at a resist. The $3 is going to be resistance, and then we got just south of 250 as the support. So looks like we're gonna have some sideways trading coming for the time being in your theta, bearish to slightly lower. Then in your XRP Ripple, this consolidation bar right here is proven to be exactly what I said, consolidation bar. Market got off of the support, tried to move a little bit higher, but it's really struggling. Bullish trend momentum reading is there. You got your locked in bull market readings. You got everything you need. So there's nothing bearish on the chart at all. It's just a locked in bull market that has stalled. And that's what you're going to see, this pattern in a lot of the charts tonight. You're going to be looking at markets that have pretty much stalled. It's just what's happening. Then you take a look here at Zcash or ZEC. We also have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading for this one. And this is a bear market, and the trend has now reclaimed the price action with a bearish trend momentum reading. This is what you got. So for tonight into tomorrow's trading, it's looking like the top of the Kumo cloud support at 2621. That's what the market has its eye on. So not a lot of bouncing like you would think. Then when you flip over here and look at gold, we still have a bearish trend momentum reading. You're still in the sell the rally mode. It's like the markets are just stuck. Can't go anywhere. Just stuck in very either narrow or wide trading ranges. It's not ready to do. It's like the market's scared to death to make a decision. Then you have here in your silver the bearish trend momentum reading, and it's doing exactly what we anticipated. 24 is the next psychological support, followed by your 2276. All right, gotta think about that. All right, and then right here, gotta think about this. Okay, this 2276 is right here. So we got 24, then we got 2343, and then we got 2276. So these are your zones for silver, and it's looking like that's exactly where silver wants to go. So looks like we're getting slowly but surely downside production. Then when you look at what's happening with the currencies, you're still locked in with a bearish trend momentum reading in your euro, and the market is threatening to fall outside of the Kumo cloud, even though you have bullish algo shift within this bull market that is in a constant state of correction. There's not a lot of pent up energy to cause the market to rally out of it. And then when you look at your pound sterling, again, weakness, bearish trend momentum reading, a bull market that has just stuck in neutral with a bearish undertone. And I think the down legs, when they come in these currencies, are going to be quite powerful, which means I think something's going to cause the US dollar to really strengthen up. And then you look here at the NASDAQ 100, it's just sitting idly by. Nothing's happening. It's like the entire week is a vacation, is a holiday. Every day this week is a holiday. You would think the markets were closed based on the price action that we're getting. Look at this. Just stalled. I have not seen anything like this in quite some time. This is just, and then you have your Russell here powering all the way up, challenging the resistance zone, hitting a 2142. Your 52-week high back here is 2146. So coming just shy, just shy by a few ticks of putting a new 52-week high. All right, coming within a few ticks, folks. A few ticks. A few ticks. And you still have this negative bot check, which means a very big down leg is coming in your stock market. The market may be able to hang out for a little while up at these levels in a very wide consolidated trading range with a bearish trend momentum reading. But I think beware the odds of March as March is going away. I think the first week in April could prove to be shockingly devastating. Looking at your Dow, same thing, just hanging, just suspended in midair. No one doing anything. Total equilibrium, no buyers, no sellers, nothing. Looking at your Bitcoin, rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. It wants to take another run at the 52-week high, or should I say all-time high. So Bitcoin is expanding, but it's still in a trading range. All right. It's worked itself out of a corrective state and is now putting itself into a re-locked-in state, ready to actually soar to new highs. And then you look here at your Ethereum, and you also have the rally alert. This market is shaking itself loose from the corrective state and is positioning itself in getting ready to rally. So that's what we are right now. And when you look at your dashboard shortly, you're going to see what I'm talking about. You're going to be surprised when you look at Dex's watch list tonight, because a lot of these numbers haven't even budged. They haven't budged. The readings are the same. You would think that I didn't update the report, but believe me, yes, I have. The report will show you it's been updated. It's just that the numbers aren't moving because the market's not moving. So the indicators aren't moving. The momentum is not there. Either you don't have any, actual alerts, or the ones you have are still in force from Sunday night, basically, or from last week, because the markets are just stuck. They're frozen solid, and it's going to take something very, very excruciating to unthaw them. But I think that we're going to get big movement in all of these markets. I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to blast off. So I'm definitely excited about that. But then gold and silver, I think, are going to blast off in the opposite direction to the downside, along with the stock market, while the US dollar is going to explode with Bitcoin. I think the Bitcoin US dollar correlation is back on, and that we're like looking at a big sprint coming up. US dollar and the Bitcoin futures are on your marks, get set, go. The guy's about to shoot the little gun, meaning start the race. And I think they're just going to blast off together. So US dollar, Bitcoin getting ready to blast off together to new highs. Now, you will see this reflected on the report. All right. That report should be posted here momentarily. Excuse me. So what you want to do in times like these, this is what we do. We do not try to overthink anything or second guess anything. Follow the reports the way you're supposed to, the way you have been taught, trained, shown. Do not try to do things outside of that, because that's where you get hurt. That's why I always say the system works if you what? Work the system. Okay? You got to be patient. Place your trades and the market will do the rest. Whatever happens after you place your trades is up to the market. All right? That you just do what you're supposed to do. You do your job and the market will do its job. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So you're going to see that here in a minute, and you're going to think that, oh man, he's slacking, he lacking, he not updating. And I assure you, I have updated. This is what happens when markets are frozen like that, and it normally means that somebody knows something somewhere, and assets are being moved into position. That's normally what that means. So that's not being lost on us today. Someone knows something. There's a lot of chatter that I've been picking up. The algos are sensing it too. So that's why I'm stressing and I'm emphasizing that I think the big movements that we have been anticipating are going to come without warning. It's just that something has been like holding it off, because like they know something's going to happen. We got black swan events, false flags. We got this this whole eclipse thing coming up. They've called in the National Guard. I mean, it doesn't set right with me at all. The last one we had back in 2017, they just said, don't stare into the sun, don't videotape it, don't do this, don't do that. You know, that's all they were talking about. But now all of a sudden, there's something up. Now they're saying, stock up. They're telling you to basically prep and bug out, be prepared to bug out and get to your bunker, basically. So what is it that they know, or what is it that they're planning that they're not saying? And so all these things are coming together. First, we had the the Black Swan event in Baltimore to correspond with the unexpected hot inflation data. Then they set it up for the rest of the year into 2025. They set it up for you, saying that all the disruptions that you're going to see within the supply chain are going to be linked and tied to what happened at the Black Swan event in Baltimore. So Baltimore was symbolic in that way. It was like a 9/11 event. All right, and I showed you the numbers with that. All right, and it is what it is. Then at the same time, all this happening together, then they're showing you Diddy and raiding his house, and he's on the run. You know, he's going through what he's going through, and it's either he has done something to anger the powers that be, and this is their way of spanking him, or he is doing everything right for the powers that be, and this is their way to actually clear his name. Because if the FBI comes back and Homeland Security or whatever agencies are involved come back and say we find no wrongdoing, then you won't be able to say anything. That means all the other lawsuits will have to go away because there's no wrongdoing. They say we found no evidence of wrongdoing. So if anyone continues to push that way, they'll be sued for libel and slander because the investigations are official. That's official. And they can say, look, the man didn't do anything. We found no evidence. No evidence of a crime, no evidence of this, no evidence of that. So all those civil lawsuits will just vanish because they won't have a case. They see, if the feds say, no, we got him, then all those civil lawsuits will start to pile up even more, because then they can use that to sue for money and damages. Because they can say, see, the feds just said that, yes, he did do the things I accused him of doing. They found evidence. And they can use that, just like doing the OJ thing. Remember the OJ trials? So when they were like, okay, he's not criminally liable, but they say, but he's civilly liable. So people were able to sue and get money from him, even though they couldn't put him in prison. But they were able to get some money because of what came up in evidence in court and all this other stuff. So it was enough, probable cause to get some monetary gains from it. Plus the burden of evidence is different in civil court versus criminal court. So yeah, this is more theater for you in distraction. All right, it's not a mistake that all this happened around the hot economic numbers that came out showing that inflation is getting out of control and we are marching toward hyperinflation within different asset classes. The first asset class of hyperinflation is, of course, in your U.S. equities and also food and energy and also housing. So housing, food, energy, and assets such as equities are seeing hyperinflation. These are hyperinflated bubble type situations happening, right? Anything going up by hundreds or thousands of percent is hyper. That's hyperinflation. If a $10 stock rallied $1,000 tomorrow, we would say that is a hyper parabolic movement. All right. So why not use the same language when the cost of a food item has gone up 1,000%? Cocoa this week went up 1,000% from its 1999 price to now. It's up 1,000%. It's a fact. You can't get around it. It's up over 1,000%. So I believe that we are entering into that next phase. And I think you're going to see that once April hits. If we can survive the week, we still have one more day. Tomorrow's Thursday. That's the day before the holiday, the day before the markets are closed, usually when people pack it up and hit the roads for traveling or whatever they're going to do. The way the markets have acted so far this week, everyone has taken off. Everybody and their mama seems to have taken off and said, forget markets. I'm going to stay home and play Fortnite. That's basically what the markets are acting like. So then you have to prepare yourself then for the unexpected. Are we going to see fireworks tonight into tomorrow? Is something going to happen? Is something going to happen? And or is something going to jump off over the Easter weekend? Is something going to jump off Sunday night? Is something going to jump off Monday or Tuesday? You gotta be ready for that. So yeah, about that. All right, so that's all I got. Time to break off to our private session for our members now. The Dex's watch list should be up on your dashboard as we speak. So refresh your browser if you have to. You should be able to see it, especially if you're watching live through the website. And you can ask questions and stuff there too. We're going to break off real quick. I'm going to share something with you, and then we'll call it a night. So remember, the system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And on that note, I will see you guys in the morning. Time to break away to our private chat.